long and prosperous.
I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
Shut up and take my money.
I grab Thar's hammer. What a saving.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
X never, ever marks the spot.
Winter is coming.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Stay a while and listen.
Hey, old Kermit the Frog here.
Bow ties are cool.
So say we all.
This is a Play on Nerds.
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls of all ages, but mostly middle to late age men, to a Play on Nerds.
Late age.
I'm a middle to late age man. Steve, this other middle to late age man is
Jarman. Yes. Late age
we're
man.
Here to groan our way through it.
I'm coming to that realization when I turn 40 and be like, oh, wow, I am probably, if not more than halfway through my life.
Hey, you can have a midlife crisis anytime you want, depending on when you plan on dying.
That's true.
That's the important thing.
I got 5 more years, then I'll be like middle age. There you go.
There you go.
I want to die. I would love to live to 100, but we'll see.
90 seems okay.
Yeah, I can deal
Anything
with 90.
after 90 feels like a lot.
Unless I'm like a really healthy, virile 90 like William Shatner.
Yeah, when I look at that man, I think, man, he is virile.
Compared to other 90-year-olds. Like Bernie Sanders, he's almost 90.
All you have to do is inject a constant stream of money for 40 years. That's all you have to do.
I could be an audiobook narrator into my 90s, right?
That's right. Well, speaking about properties from the 80s,
that's us.
We're going to celebrate another major property from the 80s. It's got a new movie coming out that I am honestly excited for. I would love for it to be good. And that is in honor of 1987's Masters of the Universe. In current Masters of the Universe, we watched 1987's Masters of the Universe.
That's right.
It's confusing because they didn't change titles.
Surprisingly so.
So we're going to join He-Man, who I think they only say his name like 3 times, and not Battle Cat. Other characters you love, like Man-at-Arms and little and Gwindor, Tila, all the ones you love.
Evelyn.
But before that, Jarman, I hear we have some feedback.
That is correct. We got a little email from our friend Crazy Joe Fiore. If I'm saying your last name wrong, I'm so sorry. I don't want to be offensive and have some Italian accent when I say that, but it's a great last name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crazy Joe, he says, hey, just listen to the Quest episode of Play on Nerds. So Batman versus Daredevil, I'm in. Can we have Ben Affleck play both parts?
I would love it if we could get some sort of both Daredevils versus like 5 different Batmans.
Oh, yes. That's true.
Keaton, Kilmer, Clooney, Bale. Get Robert Pattinson in there.
That'd be more even.
I feel like I missed one. Get Adam West back from the dead. Just prop him up on a chair.
Virile 90-year-old man.
And then Ben Affleck and what's his name? Charlie Cox?
Charlie Cox, yep.
Yeah, on the other side. That's what I want to see.
Absolutely. 2 Ben Afflecks and a Charlie Cox.
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, we appreciate that.
I saw porn like that once.
That was a fun bit that you did. That was great. But I think we did have Daredevil won the whole thing, right?
I think that was the end. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive. Just barely beating out Batman.
Well, thanks, Joe. Keep bringing it to us hard.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah. But I guess that means it's time for a weekly update. What have you been up to since last time we talked?
Oh, my God. I tried thinking of what I've done or when I've left the house, and it hasn't been often. I've just been not sleeping, working. I'm so close to being caught up from my work just from when I had the baby. So it's been about 6 months of just trying to be caught up. And I'm almost there to where I'll have like a regular work day and not work weekends and nights and sleep like 3 hours a night on top of trying to raise a new baby. So I'm almost there. But lots of books coming out because of that.
Hey-o.
But also I got a random message. I don't think I talked about this the last time, but a random message from a radio station in Chicago called B96, The Rhythm of Chicago. And they messaged me on Instagram. So they saw one of my reels and they had me do a segment on their morning show, kind of like a Shock Jocks kind of, but it was more like,
that's killer.
Yeah. And I talked to my stepbrother and his wife, and because they grew up in Chicago, they live there now. And they said, yeah, that's like one of the main radio stations that we grew up with. It's like the pop music kind of radio station.
All right.
And but basically the segment was the host and his wife kind of host the show, and they were joking around that he should start a second career as a romance audiobook narrator, probably because his wife listens to romance books. And so they have me call in, or they called me into the show to kind of give him advice, see if he has what it takes. They had me read some very non-sexy lines in a sexy voice on the segment. And we can play like a little tidbit of it here. I'll put a flag in so we can just play a little.
Yeah,
clip
put
of
a
it.
snippet in, baby. That's awesome.
Some guidance from somebody by the name of Jarman. Now, we found him. He reads smut books basically for a living.
Like, actually, he gets paid to voice these.
To basically to be sexy. Hello, Jarman.
Hello.
Oh, okay. All right.
Say that one more time.
Hi.
All right. The competition is fierce.
Good luck, Mo.
So listen, Jarman is so you do like Audible and like you read romance novels, is that right?
That's right. I have just over 100 books on Audible now, mostly all romance.
Oh, okay, interesting. So you have a cooler, deeper voice than I do. However, my wife said that doesn't matter. She thinks that I should be reading these romance novels too. And so I wanted to, A, get a little bit of advice from you, and B, get some examples of what you sound like when you're getting real sexy.
Demon.
Yeah.
Of course.
So what would you say the key is to effectively and sexily reading?
Especially for romance, just taking your time and imagining yourself in the situation.
Oh.
And being sensual and romantic.
Jarman, do you get all horny when you're doing these reads?
I mean, it helps for certain scenes. You got to get in the mood, you know?
Yeah.
Method acting.
Yeah. My wife was like, this will be great. You'll be in the guest room all horned up reading. And I was like, I don't know. That feels weird. But you probably get used to it, right?
Exactly. After a while, you get used to it, but you can't let it get stale. You got to keep it exciting.
Okay. Is there something to like doing it as soon as you wake up, like when you're still kind of tired and got bedroom vibe?
Oh, you mean like right now?
Ah.
Yeah, you gotta warm up your voice a little bit, do some warm ups. They say don't drink coffee because caffeine like constricts your voice, but not for me. It just wakes me up and gets me going.
Oh, all right, gets them going. Again, we're talking to Jarman, who reads romance novels actually as a career because he's got a super cool low voice.
Was that you imitating Jarman?
Yeah. Do you think it's just based on hearing me, hearing yourself? I'm not saying that I would do better than you, but do you think that you have to have like a sexy timbre, or would my voice be all right enough?
Oh, your voice would be great for it because you have a very youthful voice, and so you would last probably longer in this field than I will, because as I get older, my voice is going to sound a little bit older, faster.
Oh.
So you'd have that kind of youthful energy going forward for a longer amount of time. You have more staying power than I do, probably.
Coming up next, we're going to give Jarman some lines and see how test his sexiness.
Okay.
How sexy can he be with some lines that aren't that sexy? So we're talking to Jarman, who is a sexy book reader. All right?
Yes.
He reads audiobooks, romance novels, as Carla says, smut books.
Yes.
And he's given me a little bit of advice of what it takes to do that as like a side quest. Now, Jarman, we have sent you some non-sexy lines, and we would love for you to read them in a sexy way.
Oh, okay, I got you. Let's go for it. Your Mariano's order got substituted, but don't worry. I inspected every avocado personally before accepting them.
Oh, wow. Did you hear that sound on the bottom of the desk? Just kidding.
Whoa.
Okay, next line. I'm kidding, obviously.
Carla knocked her
A
headphones
little more
over.
aggressive sometimes.
All right,
Get over
next
here and
line.
look at me. I rotated the laundry before it got that weird, wet smell.
Wow. You're so good.
Thank you.
I like the way you read. It makes me
Thanks, Carla.
want to imitate this voice as well.
All right, next line.
All right. I put the leftovers away before bed. Future us is going to feel so taken care of.
Ooh.
All right.
That was smooth.
And you know what? There's nothing sexier than that.
A guy cleaning?
Like somebody remembering leftovers in general.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay.
All right, here we go.
This one changes directions, but we'll see.
I cleaned out the toddler cup that had milk sitting in it for an amount of time we do not need to discuss.
I think the content...
It's hard to make that one sexy.
Yeah. I think the content makes it less sexy. All right.
I just need you to know something. I already took the chicken out to thaw for tomorrow.
You had my wife at thaw. Never introduced my wife to Jarman. Very impressive, by the way.
Wait, Mo, why don't you try it? Why don't you try that last line? Yeah.
I just need you to know something. I already took the chicken out to thaw for tomorrow.
That was good.
Wait, that was good.
That was really good.
Because I know you, it's so funny to me.
Say it one more time where like you really, really need her to know this so badly.
Oh, okay. Coaching. Okay.
Yeah.
I just need you to know something. I already took the chicken out to thaw for tomorrow.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hey, if I can impress you, then I'm winning at this. Jarman, thank you so much. What an interesting career. What's your Instagram?
It's at Jarman Voices.
At Jarman Voices. Very insightful and very fun. Thank you for taking a few minutes to be silly with us.
We're feeling sexy.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Can you do us a favor and go B96, the rhythm of Chicago?
Absolutely. B96, the rhythm of Chicago.
Okay, don't take my job now.
No, literally.
We have to be sexier, guys. Sexier.
Yeah, we got to double down. Thank you, Jarman, and have an amazing day.
All right, you too. Thanks a lot.
But yeah, so it was fun. We had a good time. It was a little silly 10-minute segment, and just had some fun on a random radio station. It was kind of out of the blue, so that was fun.
Very cool.
And what have you been up to, Steve?
Out of the blue. So let's see. About a week and a half ago, I got a really not a bad cold.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad one, but my voice went entirely away. And I mean in a way that it has never just gone away before.
It's so weird.
It was incredible. I hosted a whole D&D session. It was a little scratchy, but nothing bad. Ended at 10:30, and by 11:30, I could not talk. It was the weirdest thing. Even now, you can kind of hear it
a little bit.
It's still just on the edge of rough. But man, it was just weird. It was not a bad cold.
And you've had all this bronchitis stuff when we were growing up, but that wasn't related to that or anything.
Man, that was a long time ago. And this was like nothing. Like I wasn't phlegmy or crazy or anything. Just it went.
Strange.
That being said, we did have our first overnight camping trip of the season. It was finally nice enough a few days in a row. The kids had their last day of the school year today.
Wow.
They had a half day, and it's a very important day because it is Ann and I's 15th wedding anniversary.
That's right. Congrats. Woo.
How the hell did that happen?
15 years. My goodness.
That's right. We've been together for 18.
Wow.
Right?
That's crazy.
Nutty. Well, as always, I give you a little tribute here. Anna, thanks for putting up with all this shit.
Yes, indeed.
For like 500 podcast episodes or something just insane at this point. And you had to listen to all of them.
For 12 years of that marriage, we've been doing this podcast stuff.
That's your gift to me. Thank you. Every day is an adventure with you. Enjoy the clock I got you, sweetie.
Oh, very sweet.
Yeah, so it's 15th is watches or clocks to signify the time.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like the time you've been together and the time that's passed.
Who came up with these gift things? Was it Hallmark that came up with this?
I don't know, maybe. It feels like something that would be in like a magazine. You're
Good
not
Housekeeping
wrong.
From 1956.
Yeah, exactly. But otherwise, pretty low key here. Just finally getting into some summer weather.
Yeah, good for you. I hate it here. Summer weather's the worst part of the year, but over there, I'm sure it's great. It's about 1 billion degrees here now.
For a week. Don't worry. It's going to be 1 billion degrees in like a week here.
Okay.
So we got to enjoy this right now. We didn't get any spring. We're going straight from winter to summer.
Yeah, pretty harshly. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I wish we had spring, but it's okay. We'll be fine without it.
We don't need spring. Forget it.
Well, now that we've covered our news, is it time for some nerdy news?
Yeah.
It's time for Nerdy News.
All right, so another story I'm sure Steve will love talking about. Alien Overlord Masters of the Universe? Ooh, what
excited. Don't understand.
Basically, it's a continuation of a previous nerdy news that I did talking about alien disclosure, UFO disclosure, supposedly from our government, the Trump administration, that has been asked for by several Congress people and, the public in general for a long time. But they did release a big, they called it tranche. I hate the word tranche. I don't like it. But they released a tranche of videos a few weeks ago. That's where you
go dig around like a hut, right? A tranche?
I guess. A tranche. But they said tranche.
Isn't that a coat?
A tranche coat.
A tranche coat. Now I got it. Okay.
But
Release the tranche.
The first round of videos was kind of like ones we've seen before, where it was like, a lot of plane video from like their radar camera and stuff. So it was in like infrared or in that, that heat signature video. And then other ones, then they released a whole second round of videos just recently and files. Some very interesting. One of the most interesting ones that flew under the radar is not the videos, which the videos are all interesting, but they're still kind of inconclusive, was a handwritten letter by J. Edgar Hoover expressing his frustration that the next time they get a downed craft, one of these discs, he wants to see it personally. And he says, not like that last time when the Army got their hands on it and wouldn't let us get access to it. And they've checked the handwriting, and it matches his hand signature. So that could mean anything. It could be a disc that was not alien. It just means that there was this strange disc that apparently they didn't even give access to J. Edgar Hoover to see, and he was pissed about that, and he wrote it down. It was from this actual letterhead released from this big tranche of data that they released recently. So we're kind of being spoon-fed a little bit over time on declassified stuff that they're putting out, and a couple of these videos they put out, this last one, were actually already leaked to journalist George Knapp and another documentary filmmaker who have been at it for decades now. And they were leaked to it by an official with the government and put it in the recent documentary. And so before they let the government know they had these videos, so then they now declassified them and put them in this most recent release of videos of UFOs. So it's all fascinating. Nothing conclusive yet, but it is proving beyond a reasonable doubt that they actually have lots of material that they have been keeping from the public. But so far, things that have been released aren't, proof of anything. So it's strange they've been holding them back. I guess they just didn't know what these craft were in these videos, so they weren't going to release it to the public in case it was Russians, in case it was different classified.
True. That was a high international tension era. I mean,
for sure. For years,
now, just like now and every time between now and then, but otherwise.
Right. And that's the thing. The reasoning behind this not lack of disclosures until now isn't necessarily that it's aliens, just that they don't know what this shit is, and it makes them kind of look bad if they have all this video of crafts that we can't explain, and we're supposed to be the most powerful military in the world.
Well, and at this point, I'm sure it's hard to dig up because everyone's dead. Everyone that was there is gone now, so there's no firsthand anymore.
Well, a lot of these are recent videos. A lot of the videos come out from the last 5, 10.
I thought you were talking about the J. Edgar thing.
Just the J. Edgar one was old, but like the videos
are all
from the last.
There were videos from like back.
No, this is stuff from Syria, from over.
All right.
Yeah, bases in the Middle East, the kind of thing that just because we had so much outposts out there that are monitoring the skies.
Dude, with drone technology, it could be fucking anything.
Well, the best ones, that's the reason why the best ones are from the 90s. I like because it's good quality video, but there weren't drones that could do that stuff yet. So those are the videos that are most compelling to me because it's like there couldn't be drones. There wasn't AI. So that, yeah, it's hard now because there's so many drones that who the hell knows what the hell they are.
Yeah, and they can fit inside anything, be shaped like anything.
That's the problem, man. It's just an AI now, too. Now videos are like worthless at this point.
Yeah, they can be autonomous. Yeah, man.
That's why documents are almost more valuable now than pictures or videos because who the hell knows if the videos or pictures are real or what they're of. But
true, the permanence of physical media.
Yeah, man. Get your VHS cassettes back.
Nah.
But that brings us to the real Masters of the Universe main segment.
We jump into the story, which I kind of dig. They just throw us in the middle of it with a big voiceover.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of the beginning of Dark Crystal. Skeletor has finally taken Castle Grayskull. The sorceress has been captured, and Skeletor drains her power, finally claiming the power of the Castle Grayskull. But He-Man is alive somewhere, and him and Teela and Man-at-Arms are still fighting the good fight. They rescue Gwildor, a funny little tinkerer guy with gills, I guess, who has invented the Cosmic Key, a device that can take you anywhere in space and dimension. They use it to break into Castle Grayskull. The sorceress begs them to leave, but not before they are discovered. It's a trap. He-Man and his allies are trapped, and in the moment of panic, Gwildor uses the key to get them someplace unknown. They jump through a portal, and the key is separated from them, and they land on Earth. But without the key, they can't get home. They search everywhere while Skeletor attempts to track them down. And in small town USA, Julie is getting ready to leave her boyfriend in small town behind to escape her painful past, her parents dying in a terrible plane crash that she blames herself for. The Eternians learn what chicken and ribs are, so that was fun, I guess. But they kind of discuss them because apparently they don't eat meat on Eternia. That's canon, I guess. Meanwhile, the Cosmic Key is found by Julia and her boyfriend. He thinks it's a synthesizer because he's a musician. He activates the key, and that allows Skeletor to track him. So Skeletor dispatches 4 of his best mercenaries to retrieve it. They chase Julie, who narrowly escapes, but is eventually rescued by He-Man, who fends off the mercenaries. Man-at-Arm and Teela show up just at the right time to scare off the remaining bad guys. And then I wrote, then the movie dicks around for like 15 minutes and does some Burger King product placement. Seriously, there was like 10 to 15 minutes where nothing happened in this film, and then suddenly Burger King was in our face. The mercenaries find the boyfriend, tear apart his house or his apartment looking for the key that just left with the detective investigating Julie's disappearance. They put a collar on Julie's boyfriend, forcing him to talk. Julie and the others arrive, save him, and thank God, because splitting the party really slows down adventures, guys. Thank God they're all together now. This movie was not good enough to track 2 plots. The good guys find the key and the detective in a local music shop, but they're surrounded while Gwildor struggles to get the key working. And then we get Teela looking at the camera and saying, "Woman at arms."
Oh,
it was real good, guys. Julie, meanwhile, is lured outside by an illusion of her mother, but it's Evil Lynn at work who convinces her to steal the key. And all of a sudden, Gwildor has a gun, and that was really fun, too. Key in hand, the bad guys don't leave, but rather bring Skeletor and his forces to Earth. And then there's some guys on sky skateboards, and Skeletor in a big red space chariot throne. He-Man and the others fight awkward space skateboarders and go to the top of a building while He-Man rides a space skateboard, attempting to retrieve the key. He somehow hooks it and finally gets shot. This is amazing. He-Man got shot. First person to really get shot in the movie, going 45 miles an hour on a space skateboard towards another guy on a space skateboard, also going 45 miles an hour. The chance, the lowest that he would have to get shot in the film is the one time he gets shot. He lands on the roof. All is lost. Skeletor has the key. He finally decides to start hitting some guys with his sword. The others join him in fighting back. The mercenaries, the deadly mercenaries, literally just stand by as He-Man is eventually brought down by like 7 guys. He is dragged away, fated to be Skeletor's slave. Left behind, Julie is injured by Skeletor lightning. Weird to say, and can only be healed by the sorceress, but everything depends on Kevin playing the keyboard right now.
Of course.
He must pluck the last note from the air to get them home, and it's very intense, and everyone gives him a speech, and it is not the climactic moment I think they thought it would be. The movie dicks around again for like 10 minutes while Kevin drives to get a keyboard, playing the notes to get them back to Eternia. Skeletor revels in his victory. The Sorceress grows weaker by the moment. Meanwhile, He-Man is whipped by a very poorly animated whip. Just very poorly animated. Skeletor gains the power cosmic, ascending to a new gold-clad god form. Yeah, that was tougher to say. He blasts He-Man with his laser eyes and mocks him. But his friends bust in the joint, breaking He-Man free, who fights off masses of guys. He goes and gets shot at, hiding behind a statue. He uses all his strength to topple this giant statue that was his only cover, and it misses the two guys he tries to push it on. It was a very good use of effort, He-Man. He-Man finally retrieves his sword. Skeleton blasts him with the cosmic energy, but the sword absorbs it and transfers it to He-Man. He yells his catchphrase, "I have the power." But unlike Skeletor, a costume doesn't appear. The costume we all wanted to see He-Man in doesn't appear. And it's just Dolph Lundgren still shirtless. He-Man defeats Skeletor after a very underwhelming fight. The day is won. The Sorceress is restored. And it's apparently like a month later, and Julie and Kevin have to go home. Lubick, the detective, decides to just stay. He's got some lady here. And for some reason, everyone gets really echoey. Like everyone has a weird like reverb on their voice as they're giving their goodbye speeches. They do it a few times in the movie to make it like intense, and it's just weird. When they're giving the speeches to Kevin about how he's like a master musician, that's the same thing. They have this weird reverb on their voice. It's like almost Superman-y. No, don't do that. They say goodbye tearfully. We have to pretend that they became friends along the way, I guess. Dorothy says goodbye to the Scarecrow, and Gwildor sends them home. Julie attempts to yell something at the very last minute. She wakes up in her bed, somehow also back in time. She tries to convince her parents not to go. They say they're going to go, so she literally just steals the key to their plane and runs out the door. Their trip is off. She meets Kevin, who is the only other person that remembered what happened. Time travel element at the last moment, but they'll always have Eternia.
For eternity.
He-Man.
He-Man.
So we've both seen this before, right?
It's weird. Like, as I'm watching a lot, especially the second half of the movie, I'm like, I watched this recently, and I had to, once again, I think we searched to make sure we hadn't reviewed this before for Play on Nerds, and we haven't. But I was like, why did I watch part of this recently? There's a whole end of this movie I'd seen before just recently. But I think, yeah, I'd seen it at least in part as a kid. Yeah, I didn't dislike it. It was definitely a lot better than a lot of the movies we watch. So
I think there were some really strong points, but there was a point where the movie really slowed. And really what it was, and what didn't need to be there really at all, was the police detective. The police detective subline of them cutting away to him as a third cutaway when they were already cutting back and forth to Eternia so much was too much. I said it in the review. This movie was not good enough to maintain multiple plots.
And he felt different than the rest of the cast. And he also, like, he was the only reason they cursed twice. They said the word shit twice because of him. Which I thought was strange for like a movie probably geared towards kids. So yeah, he felt like they needed a villain that wasn't the big villain, right?
And they chose him, but the mercenaries were already sent, so there was already smaller villains than the big villain.
Yeah, you got Evil Lynn.
We didn't need him.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So because of that, once we got into the real, like, he's investigating, they're going to go to the house and have a really slow scene at the house. And then he's going to go to the music shop. We get a weird music shop scene with him. And it was too much in the middle.
Yeah.
But I agree. The opening was super strong. Yeah, I don't remember it being this strong.
The things they did in Eternia, I thought were done pretty well. The production design, especially there in Eternia, the costumes, the makeup was great and campy and fun. It was really big scale for a Canon film that Canon, the company, makes this. We've done several Canon films now on this podcast because they're like 80s B movie gold. But it was, yeah, this was their biggest movie they had ever made at that point. And I just thought it was really it felt like the 80s fantastical, movies.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
You got Courtney Cox. You got Robert Duncan McNeil, who's big from Star Trek Voyager. People will know him really well.
And he's gone on to be a director. I looked him up.
Yeah,
he's directed episodes of The Orville and Star Trek and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. And
Resident Alien. He's directed like 12 episodes of Resident Alien.
Yep.
There we go.
And I'm surprised he didn't get more of a kick from this movie, but it failed. So he could have been a good leading man, but I'm glad he got to do Voyager for 7 seasons. So I'm not upset about that.
That's true. If this had been more successful, we wouldn't have got him.
Yeah. And the acting was really good, I thought, compared for what it could have been. Even Dolph Lundgren wasn't terrible. He's better than early Schwarzenegger. I'll tell you that much.
They were right to like not really feature him talking a whole lot.
That was the problem for me, though, is the fact that we didn't get much He-Man for a He-Man movie. Like, this movie,
no.
Like, Julie, Kevin, and Skeletor were like the stars, and He-Man was like a side character in this movie. Didn't it feel that way? Like, he barely was there.
Yeah, well, that's because they had the filmmakers had some sort of clash with whoever it was, Mattel, or whoever owned He-Man. And they didn't want the movie to be too violent, despite the fact that he's a guy with a sword. So they put a lot of weird restrictions on what the character could and couldn't do. They didn't want him too rough. He wasn't allowed to stab anyone with a sword. He barely fights with it.
Just the robots. Yeah, the people who are not actual living beings. They're supposed to be robots, apparently.
Even them, he's got a gun in his hand way more than he's like doing anything with the sword.
I know.
The only time you really see him swing the sword is when he's fighting the other sword guy.
That's why I wished it was more swords and shields and less laser guns. There's way too much laser gunfire for a He-Man movie, I felt like.
Yeah. But then you got Frank Langella, who's like a classically trained, real gravitas wielding actor that honestly, Skeletor was really good throughout.
Oh, great. And great writing for Skeletor, too. Like good lines, like Shakespearean lines. He even says a Shakespeare line in there. I forgot which one it was, but he had some great stuff. Yeah.
And then, some good visual effects throughout, some campy stuff like the animated whip and a few other things like that. But the effects were good for what they were. They didn't really overstretch too far. The prosthetics and animatronic in some cases that they used for like the snake guy and his neck inflating.
Yeah.
And Skeletor's, face makeup that had to really let Frank Langella act through it. We're all very successful. Most of the practicals were very successful. Beastman was rough.
It was kind of like before its time. Like, it looked like it was an older version of a movie.
He had no movement in his face, and it just and the rest looked really pretty good. So
yeah, and obviously Dolph Lundgren looks the part. He looks like a massive, imposing man, but they just don't use him enough for that purpose. Like he's not like you're right. He was hamstringed. He wasn't able to do enough as He-Man to be impressive like you would be in Conan the Barbarian, where you had this giant man. They used the hell out of it. But you're right. He pushed over like one statue, and that was it.
And once again, he pushed over a statue that was his only cover from laser fire, and he missed the two people he was trying to push it on. He missed them.
But Courtney Cox was adorable in this movie. I thought she just handled emotion really well. She was like her crying scene. She felt like she was really trying and really acting the hell out of it. And kind of showed me she had star power from the beginning, even this cheap film. And her and Frank Langella, I guess, became the most famous people from this. But, Dolph Lundgren obviously became a B-movie hit, but I don't know. The Punisher. We'll have to review that one at some point.
But I did and then Meg Foster's Evelyn was a great
she was great
side character. And then Billy Barty had second top billing, which was nuts to me.
Oh yeah.
Right at the beginning, I was like, Billy Barty, good for you, man.
What's this character's name again?
Gwildor.
Gwildor. Yeah, he's been in tons of stuff, right? Wasn't he even an original Munchkin?
Oh yeah, he's been all over the place. Let's see. He was the little person actor for a long time. He was also in UHF.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he was fantastic.
Let's see. He played the High Aldwin in Willow.
Ah.
Magic is the bloodstream of the universe. Forget all you know or think you know is all that is required.
That's from the new show, right?
Legend. Yes, it is. You nailed it. Frasier. Yeah, he has been everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
Billy Barty, man. Good for you. Second top billing.
He deserves it. So overall, I don't know. I'd say I enjoyed it, but there was definitely a lot could have been improved. The thing I'm hearing about the new movie, which makes me a little sad from just like the initial interpretation that comes out tomorrow for us. I think it's not tomorrow, right? Is that it's not campy at all and it takes itself too seriously. And I'm like, damn it. It's a goofy movie. Like it's supposed to be, you can't take this too seriously with the whole.
Yeah, but this movie took it pretty seriously, though.
I guess
this
in a way,
you just sung the praise of. You would take this very seriously.
I guess in its own campy 80s way, it felt so unserious. But I guess you're right. In their own heads, they're taking it seriously. But like me as a viewer,
talking about the
I'm like,
production value, the vision they were selling, the actors they chose.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess it just didn't feel that way because it was so campy.
And my favorite moment in the entire movie is when Gwildor got a gun at one point. That was great.
Oh, a truly unique and creative thing. That was my favorite moment, I think. It was a small moment, but we have Kevin, Robert Duncan McNeil, trying to remember the tune that signifies how they go home because he's a musician. He has what do you call it? Perfect pitch and everything. And he's trying to remember, but he's like, oh, I can't concentrate with that music. Can you shut that off? And she shoots the speaker. It was just the orchestral music for the movie that was playing behind. We didn't notice was playing. And she shoots the speaker and it shuts it off. And it's like, it was such a funny, creative moment.
Clever moment.
Yeah. So I was like, that doesn't belong in this movie because it was so creative. So yeah, there's great moments like that. And then there's just a lot of mediocreness, but some good stuff. So we got some trivia.
So check it out. It might be better than you remember, people.
Yeah, it might be better than you remember. And we'll have to compare it to the new one once we can see the new one.
We might be going tomorrow.
Oh.
We've got a big day planned for kids' first day off school.
Nice. That works out well.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do for it. Frank Langella went on record in an interview stating that playing Skeletor was one of his favorite roles. His young son was a huge fan and was running around the house shouting, "By the power of Grayskull!" So he took the role for him, and he wrote some of his own lines, like the "Tell me about the loneliness of good, He-Man. Is it equal to the loneliness of evil?" That was something he wrote in his own, which is funny. Skeletor's troops are robots because Mattel, which owned and produced the Masters of the Universe toy line, mandated early in production that He-Man couldn't kill anyone on screen. Mattel, the toy company that produced the original He-Man toys, ran a contest in which the grand prize was a role in the He-Man movie. The production was under a great deal of pressure to finish in time and under budget, so the director had to squeeze the contest winner into the chute somewhere. The winner, Richard Sponder, is Pig Boy. He's the guy who quickly hands Skeletor his staff when he returns from Earth. It's a split second, but he's a little tiny guy, hands over the staff to Skeletor, and he looks at him for like 1 second. Yeah, that was the guy who won the contest.
Pig Boy.
Yeah, a little kid. Meg Foster, who played Evil Lynn, her eyes are naturally this blue-gray with tiny pupils. If you look up pictures of her, those are her real eyes. They didn't put contacts in her eyes. She has been cast in many sci-fi and fantasy roles because of them, and jokes that she appeals to casting directors because she brings her own free special effect with her where she goes. But yeah, her eyes are incredible.
She is offsetting looking.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, it looks alien almost. It's really fascinating.
She has a lot of white. She has a lot of sclera.
Some further article I read about her is that she's sensitive to sunlight. She has to wear like sunglasses wherever she goes because her eyes are so light. Dolph Lundgren said in a French magazine that working on this film was a nightmare. The shooting schedule was 5 months, including 2 months of night shooting. He said he was approached to do a sequel during shooting, and he turned down the offer right away. He's like, I'm not doing this again. In an interview with Masters of the Universe movie website, Anthony DeLongis said that his Blade suit, that's the head mercenary guy with like a little rat face, I guess. He said his suit was over 50 pounds. Then when he took his boots off at the end of the day during filming, he would pour sweat out of his boots because it was just filled with sweat.
I'm sure. And he had like one of the lighter costumes too, realistically.
You would think so. And he still had a 50-pound costume. Ridiculous. The throne room set of Castle Grayskull was originally 2 large adjoining sound stages, but the wall between the sets was knocked down to make one gigantic soundstage. And at that time, this was the largest set Hollywood had seen in over 40 years. So back in the 40s, they had ones that were that big. The Snake Men and She-Ra were in early drafts of Master of the Universe. And the guy who designed them, William Stout, was able to get the director to approve his redesigned She-Ra costume, which was futuristic white and gold suit consisting of a gold crown, a long-sleeve top that revealed She-Ra's cleavage and midriff, of course, a gold chainmail skirt and knee-high boots. However, the Snake Men and She-Ra were cut due to the film's limited budget, so we didn't get a She-Ra, unfortunately. At the time of filming, Dolph Lundgren had limited acting experience, and he spoke with a thick Swedish accent and was not fluent in English yet. So the director had planned to have all of Lundgren's lines dubbed by another actor, but Lundgren's contract stipulated that he would have at least 3 opportunities to redub his lines in post-production. With the film running behind schedule, Goddard decided to just go ahead and use Lundgren's natural voice, and I thought they came out perfectly clear. I can understand him a lot better than early Schwarzenegger. I'm just saying.
And like, once again, they didn't write him any mega complex lines.
Yeah, no monologues for He-Man.
Come on, guys. We're in this together now.
Protect her. Do this.
Yeah.
Go here.
Secure the door.
Yeah.
Like, that was, it wasn't nuts.
All I heard was, Borty, 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 because he's Swedish.
Those flapping hands.
Canon Films originally had plans to make a Spider-Man movie, but opted to split the money between 2 other movies, this one and Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. The plan was to take the profits from both of those movies and make a big-budget Spider-Man action movie. Both movies, however, though, bombed at the box office, and the Canon-produced Spider-Man movie never materialized, and they lost the rights. A Masters of the Universe sequel was written and cast, but was never filmed. The director proposed making a sequel and a Spider-Man film back-to-back at De Laurentiis Studio in Wilmington, North Carolina. The sets for the 2 movies were built, the costumes were made, both films were fully cast, and the budget for Masters of the Universe Part 2 was set at $4.5 million. Mattel approved many of the characters that would appear in the sequel. The only known actor that's been released that was cast in the sequel was a surfer named Laird Hamilton as He-Man, because Dolph Lundgren wasn't coming back. And the only aspect known about the sequel's screenplay was He-Man was returning to Earth disguised as a professional quarterback, which sounds terrible. The director planned to use the same high school sets that Kevin and Julie used in this movie for Spider-Man later on. Canon Films, though, however, went out of business before any of that could actually happen, and these films bombed. This is kind of great Star Trek tie-in here. The Skeletor mask found new life on the sets of Star Trek The Next Generation and Star Trek Deep Space Nine as the face of a skull-faced alien that Lieutenant Worf often fights on the holodeck. So as we're going forward on Muppet Trek, when he fights people on the holodeck, which I think we've seen once, and it comes
I feel
back
like we
again.
already saw one of them. I think we already saw that at least once. I feel like
at
he
least
fought a
once.
skeleton guy.
Yeah. So if we see it again, we'll watch out for Skeletor's actual mask is on one of those guys.
I looked up Laird Hamilton. He's apparently like known as he's like the Wayne Gretzky of surfing.
Oh, weird.
He's like the greatest surfer of all time.
And he was going to play He-Man Part 2, but
if you look at him, you will see why.
Oh, I got to look at this now. Laird Hamilton. He's probably blonde, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, that's a big guy to be a
Co-inventor
surfer.
of toe-in surfing.
I have to say, he looks more like He-Man than Dolph Lundgren does.
I could absolutely see that.
He's just got that back in the day, anyways. He did, not anymore. Huh? Wow.
And apparently, he's a surfer on lots of movies where they need a surfer.
That makes sense. Also, Frank Langella made a series of guest appearances on Deep Space Nine. And of course, Robert Duncan McNeil has guest starred on Next Generation as a different part, and then became a title role or a starring role on Voyager. So yeah, a lot of Star Trek tie-ins. There's even more, but I won't go into them because they're smaller. Frank Langella wanted Skeletor to look more like he did. Frank Langella wanted Skeletor to look more like he did in the cartoon. But Gary Goddard, the director, objected to Frank Langella showing off his body, saying he didn't want Skeletor to be sexy. Which is, I think, they missed opportunity there, man. They could have had sexy Frank Langella.
Sexy Skeletor.
Showing off those abs. The original budget of $16.8 million increased to $22 million, making it Canon Films' most expensive film. So they went up what, $6 million to over budget.
That's nuts.
According to the director, Gary Goddard, the draft of the script he received took place completely on Earth in order to keep the budget down. Although he liked the fish out of water aspect, he asked for more money so he could at least start and end the film on the planet Eternia, which thank God he did that, because otherwise this would have been nothing to do with Eternia and it would have been stupid.
Yeah. Allegedly,
Michael Jackson visited the Castle Grayskull throne room set because he was interested, because he was into the He-Man toys and that kind of thing. Meg Foster, Evil Lynn, said that she based her character on Shakespeare's Lady Macbeth. In the film's beginning, she is a pantomime villainess, but obviously deeply in love with Skeletor. And as the storyline progresses, she gradually comes to realize that he doesn't truly care for her. And in the end, she abandons him to his fate, and her withdrawal of her forces leads to his eventual defeat. So in Foster's opinion, the character progresses from evildoer to scorned woman to tragic heroine, all in one movie. So you can see how serious these actors were taking this movie, equating it to Shakespeare. And the last one, there's a lot of trivia for this movie because people love this as a cult classic. The official Masters of the Universe comic book adaptation has an alternate ending that was written for the movie but never filmed. So in the comic, after the final battle between He-Man and Skeletor, Man-at-Arms comes from the depths of Castle Grayskull carrying a NASA and United States flag. Starfinder 5, July 10th, 2221 is written on the NASA flag. So basically revealing that the first humans on Eternia were from a future American space mission. So
then the whole thing is a time travel thing suddenly.
And you did hear what's the little guy's name again?
Gwildor.
Gwildor says a line before they go back in time. He says, "Where do you want to go back to? I can take you back to the past, but to see events from your history." And they're like, "No, we just need to go home." He says that before. So they had the one line explaining that his little device can go anywhere in time. So, but it was just one line very quickly. So there's a whole time travel aspect to it.
Well, then there's always the question of so did their consciousnesses just go back? Because in theory, there was already a Julie and Kevin there.
Yes, you're right. That complicates things.
So does Gwildor pull out his gun, his gat, and he kills both of them and hides the bodies? Meanwhile, Kevin and Julie are just passed out and drugged.
Gwildor is just a maniac.
And he has them arrange them in the bed after the other Julie and Kevin are gone, and they just take their place in this other timeline.
I'll just put you right here. There we go. Perfect. Bang, bang, bang.
Careful.
So yes, that's Masters of the Universe 1987. And Steve, I hear you have a bit for us.
I got a bit. With He-Man getting a recast, I thought, man, we should recast some other great stuff. So I've got 3 cartoons from the same era. Some of these have been in production at some point or another. Inspector Gadget got made a few times. So I've got Thundercats, the real Ghostbusters, and Inspector Gadget. So we're going to go through and we're going to cast.
Oh, wow. I don't think
I
watched
also
much
have
of
links
Thundercats.
to the top 50 man actors and the top 50 lady actors. If you refresh the page, it should be there now.
Oh, gotcha. Let me refresh the page. Here we go. Man actors, lady actors, just so I can get ideas and not get stumped.
Yes. So let's start with Thundercats. We got Lion-O. Let's just get it over with and throw Chris Pratt in there.
No.
Let's just get it done with.
He should be exiled from any film going forward.
And then we can be done. Then we don't have to put him in any of the other things.
That's his last role.
Yeah, and then he dies.
I have to admit, I've never seen Thundercats.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know a single character on Thundercats.
You're fucking dead to me. All right, so we're going on looks alone. That might be better, actually.
All right. Looks alone.
Panthro.
He looks like a panther?
Yeah, he's the big bluish guy.
Oh, I see him here. That looks very Idris Elba to me.
Ooh, yeah, and he's in everything.
Exactly.
Okay, Idris Elba.
We're making this movie, he's in everything movie.
All right, we got Tigra.
And that's the lady?
He's he's the intellectual.
Oh, it's a guy. Okay. I'm trying to find a picture of him.
He's always like a little bit wiser and older, very sage. How about, I don't know, like Ralph Fiennes? Is that too much for Tigra?
Is Tigra also like fighting hand to hand and stuff?
He's more of like the inventory type.
Tigra, Thundercats. I gotta look at the picture. I gotta go see a picture of him. I was trying IMDb. Okay. Ooh, he looks very. I see a Benedict Cumberbatch in that face.
Oh, you're absolutely right. That's Benedict Cumberbatch right there.
Immediately jumped out to me.
All right. So now Cheetara. She's the one that looks like a cheetah.
Cheetara. Thundercats. Thundercats. Oh, I know that. But
I'm gonna say like. I know you're gonna love this, but I feel like that could easily be like a Vera Farmiga.
Vera Farmiga. Something her face isn't coming to mind. She's too old, I think. No offense to her.
Maybe. Okay, Margot Robbie. There we go. We're done.
This is a movie of everybody's.
We got it right.
An everything movie.
We got it right. Okay, so now we need a voice actor for what will clearly be a computer animated Snarf.
Snarf.
The little guy. And I'm just going to throw it out there because he's just doing voices and everything now. Jack Black. Jack Black is Snarf.
Well, I'll piss everyone off. It's also played by Chris Pratt.
Doing an Italian accent.
Now he's doing an Italian accent, yeah.
Or we can throw it the complete opposite way. Complete opposite way. Take everyone off guard. Liam Neeson.
Yes. Oh my God.
Lido,
yes.
I'm sick of your shit, Lido. All right. And then we need a young man and a young female actor. I tried to look this up and there were no good lists. I guess because actors are like aging out constantly, so it's hard to maintain a list.
For what characters?
For Wily Kit and Wily Cat.
Wily
for the two
Kit
kids.
And Wily Cat. Okay. I see them. So is it a boy and a girl?
Yeah, boy and a girl. I think they're supposed to be twins. They're tricksters. They throw little bombs and smoke pellets and shit.
Okay. You get the two kids from Stranger Things. The what's her name? Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown.
And
yeah, that'd be fine.
And the one kid, the Jimmy, Frankie, whatever.
Finn Wolfhard.
Finn
like
Wolfhard.
The
there you go.
All right, yeah, we'll get them back together. Stranger Things people will be stoked. It'll be weird that they're brother and sister now, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, well, just like that, we have made the perfect cast for Thundercats.
At least one's going to make a lot of money, and it's going to get really badly reviewed.
So this one recently came up online and had a moment, and this is the one that made me think about this whole thing: The Real Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea that we are casting not the actual Ghostbusters the movie, but we're casting the animated Ghostbusters that were just different enough from their main characters,
right,
to not have to pay likeness rights.
But it's a live action version of it, though.
Yeah. And there's only like one real female character. That's Janine.
Yeah.
So we need 4 male actors. We can start with Peter Venkman.
I think I have a Peter Venkman.
Okay. Who
and
you got?
He's, oh my God, what's the movies he's recently been in? You'll recognize him immediately.
Is it George Clooney?
No, he was just in what the Fantastic Four.
Oh, Miles Teller?
No. He's hold on, I got it. He played Mole Man. What the hell's his name?
Oh, I can see him in my head for Peter Venkman. Okay.
Isn't he he's a little bit chubbier in like the kind of in the cartoon
that's
version,
Ray.
right?
I think that's Ray you're thinking of.
Oh, I'm thinking of
Ray's
Ray.
the
I'm sorry.
one.
I'm
Ray's
thinking of Ray.
But
Peter
Ray,
Venkman's,
I could totally get on board with.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Ray. I'm sorry.
No, but I can totally get on board for that with Ray.
Okay, for Peter Venkman, who was originally the Dan Aykroyd type in the cartoon, a little different. Okay, that's a little more interesting. Kind of nerdy.
I got one for Winston. Yeah, not Winston. Egon.
Oh, Egon. Who's your Egon?
Tall, blonde, swept back hair. He's very different in this. I say we go Austin Butler.
He's too attractive.
So is this Egon.
Oh, I guess so. And he's got the hair, just like in the cartoon.
See? Now you're thinking.
Yeah, it's a very tall, strapping Egon in the cartoon. You're not wrong.
Yeah, see?
Okay, I see it for the cartoon. You're absolutely right.
So we need like a comedic, sassy Peter Venkman.
I was almost going like an Adam Scott, but that's not. Or Paul Rudd has already been in a Ghostbusters movie.
Adam Scott, I like that.
Adam Scott could be good.
Sam Rockwell.
Oh, a younger Sam Rockwell. Yeah, I could see that.
Younger Sam Rockwell. Yeah, true. We'd have to do some time travel.
A snarky type. Yeah, kind of like a Robert Downey Jr. type, kind of like the snarky. Yeah.
Okay. And then Winston Zeddemore.
Oh, I got a perfect
kind
Winston
of
Zeddemore.
The everyman. Yeah, go for it.
The guy from New Girl. Have you ever seen New Girl?
I have not. People talk about this show.
Oh, it's so funny. But one of two people, but I think Lamorne Morris, if you look up that name, or Damon Wayans Jr., now. Either one of them could kick ass at that role. They're both in New Girl.
I don't know. Lamorne looks more like a regular dude.
Yeah. Lamorne Morris is really funny, and he's also like he plays a cop eventually on a New Girl. He was just in Spider Noir. Actually, I haven't seen it yet. But
okay,
but yeah, he's really great.
And then we need a Janine Melnitz.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be nerdy. Got to be age appropriate to Austin Butler as Egon.
Oh, okay.
Because she always had a thing for Egon.
So that age group.
Right. That ages it down a little bit. But most of the actresses I'm seeing, I'm like, nah, too attractive.
I wasn't like Natasha Lyonne, but she's too old for him, I guess.
That is correct.
Yeah. That's a tough one. Because I still know all the younger actors. It's a problem.
I know. And the thing is, like, you got to get someone who's not as plain enough looking.
Yeah, not like a gorgeous, gorgeous person.
To not be distracting. Exactly.
Believable as kind of every person as well.
What about like Emma Stone?
I was thinking Emma Stone too, but she's almost too old for Austin Butler now too.
Right. Yeah, the age doesn't make sense there.
But a lot of their ages all over the place. I think Emma Stone could do it. She's unique looking.
All right, Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Emma Stone, throw a pair of glasses on her.
Perfect.
And we're good. And then we need a voice for Slimer. And I'm just going to throw it out there. Jack Black again. Just get him in there.
Laird Hamilton.
Laird Hamilton.
The best surfer in the world can surf around on ectoplasm.
That's right. All right. Finally, in our perfect casting, Inspector Gadget. So we need Gadget, we need Penny, and then I think we have to figure out Claw.
Yes. There's someone you wouldn't know because you don't watch much Dropout, do you?
I watched so much Dropout.
Oh, that's right. You do.
Just an incredible amount.
Ross Bryant, I think would be a great Inspector Gadget.
Let me see. Okay.
He's tall, nerdy, speaks very intelligently, but can be really goofy and probably bumbling because he's such a tall, gawky guy. But I think he's a good actor too. I don't know. I think he just came to mind quickly as a good, tall, gawky Inspector Gadget with machine parts.
See, as soon as you said that though, in Dropout, I thought for a moment you were talking about another guy that I think would also be good, Zach Reno, who is on a lot of the episodes with the guy you just talked about. He's one of the other musical guys.
Oh, he's great. Yeah, he's got that more like sweetness to him.
Yeah, and has like the darker features of the Inspector Gadget.
Wait, not Zach Reno. That's not coming up in searches.
Is that his name?
Zach Dropout.
No, Zach Reno. It's spelled weird. R-E-I-N-O.
Oh. R-E-I-N-O. There he is. Yeah, I would love it. He's got that little kind of mischievous glare in his eye. I think he could definitely do it.
But as soon as you said Dropout, that's who I thought of.
I'd take either one of those guys. Let's get some Dropout people into movies and TV shows and lead roles.
All right, so now we need Penny, young woman, sidekick. I don't know. I don't know any young actresses.
All I can do is go to Stranger Things and get that.
Get Sadie Sink.
Yeah, Sadie Sink. There you go.
Sadie Sink, and we're done. We're done now.
We need Claw.
Yeah, so we need that because you never see him. He's just in a chair with his cat.
That's right.
I'll get you, Gadget.
Oh, and perfect. We got the Ralph Ineson guy who played Galactus in Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah. Throw a little bit of voice morph on him.
Yeah, he's got that crazy deep voice. It's ridiculous.
All right.
And then Jack Black is the cat.
And then, Jack Black is the cat and the dog.
Yeah, and the
dog. Dog's in there. All right. Well, just like that, we have recast the next versions of 3 classics. Make it happen, Hollywood.
Yeah, listen to what we're saying. We know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us some radical recommends.
Hi, recommend.
If you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up.
What do you recommend I do?
I recommend Pleasant.
All right, I don't think I've recommended this before on here, but maybe I have. If I have, I apologize. But I haven't been doing a lot or going out of the house much or changing much of my routine. But I have had the new season of Pop Culture Jeopardy has shown up on Netflix now. It was on Amazon Prime before, I think.
I think so. That feels right.
Yeah, now they're releasing it week by week. Or not week by week. I think every day it's coming out. But tomorrow, I believe, is the final of the finals. You can go through and watch all of them. We're still catching up. We're not even close to the final yet. But just super fun. It takes itself a lot less seriously than regular Jeopardy, which I love regular Jeopardy too. But I get a lot more of these questions than I do on regular Jeopardy.
Well, yeah, like pop culture and then celebrity Jeopardy, where it's like, I'm a genius.
Oh, I know. Celebrity Jeopardy is so simplified, though. It's ridiculous. Whereas like Pop Culture Jeopardy has some deep cuts or just categories I don't know anything about. Like it'll do some reality show stuff, which I don't watch much of that. So I'll kind of be over my head. But and also Colin Jost as the host, he's really good at the actual Jeopardy part, but then he's also just really funny and quick with his comebacks, and they have a little bit back and forth with the guests. This is one of the few Jeopardies I actually watch when he goes over to talk to them and learn who they are, because he makes so much good repartee back and forth with them. Whereas with the other one, I kind of skip over that part because I'm like, just get back to the questions. I don't care about their lives. They're boring. But yeah.
That is correct, actually. That's the correct reaction.
I do like Pop Culture Jeopardy, so check it out on Netflix. Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Trailer reviews.
Trailer reviews.
All right. This week I chose our trailer, and it is a new movie series that I really dig. I'm glad they're doing more, and they keep doing them right. So I'll take them as long as they keep doing it right. And that's Evil Dead Burn. Not the campy Evil Deads that we grew up with, a much darker toned Evil Dead, evil spirits, demons hunting people in the woods, people trapped, attacked by the ones they love, gruesome deaths, terrible murders, mind-bending stuff. And the last two were real good. Evil Dead and then Evil Dead Rise were both incredibly good. And this one looks like it'll be in the same vein. And I'm here for it.
When did it reboot, technically?
They made another one called Evil Dead that had a female lead protagonist. That was
I saw that
similar story-wise. And then they did Evil Dead Rise, which is about a family like in an apartment.
Didn't see that one, but I remember that.
By it. Good. And this one looks like it's in the same vein. So I'm here for it.
So they definitely aren't connected canonically to the originals.
I don't think so, though. There are a lot of elements. I think it's a reboot, technically.
Right. That's what I figured. Different tone, everything.
Oh, entirely different. But I really dig it. Really dig it.
See, that's my thing. I didn't see the other one because I was just like, I missed the old campy silliness of the original Evil Dead. So it's what made them different. Whereas these just seem like they would be like any other horror movie, which could be a good horror movie, but just like I generally enjoy comedic horror, but more than just.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm glad they didn't try to reboot it in that same vein. I think they could have done it and they would have failed.
That's true.
So hard with fans by trying to copy that. I think they had to go
a different direction,
totally different way with the reboot to make it successful. And I dig it. I'm here for it.
If you don't have Bruce Campbell, I don't think you can get that same magic back. So you shouldn't try, basically.
Yeah. So this one, I'm going to give 3 Gary Buseys drinking hot candle wax.
Oh.
While Raul reads his paper and tries to ignore it.
I'm going to give this Raul Julia comes home from a long day of work, excited to watch his favorite TV show. We'll say Severance, something like that. That has got a lot of spoiler-heavy stuff in it. You don't want to find out what happens till after it's done. And Gary Busey comes up to him. He's like, "Oh, you can't believe what happened in the last episode of Severance. All this happened, blah, 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 blah." And he ruins all of it for him. And I'm giving it that review because this trailer does spoil a lot of deaths in one trailer. So I'm going to say that's my review for it.
I mean, the expectation of these movies is that a lot of people die.
That's true.
And in the last one, like, kids died. Like, they made it very clear that no one is off limits.
That's good.
In a way that I really dig.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of episode 247 of A Play on Nerds.
Ooh.
Please join us next time where we'll be doing a return of Screenplay Replay.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to roll some dice.
Roll some dice.
Just like we recasted those classics from the 80s, we're going to revamp some other films that you know, love, or hate.
It's a fun time. Check it out, folks.
Come on back and join us for that. Be our nerdy audience. We'll keep on coming back to be your nerdy co-hosts. Thanks again, NerdNet.
Stay nerdy, my friends.
Thanks for listening to A Play on Nerds. Feel free to email feedback at aplayonnerds.com with all your questions or comments.
Shoot us a message on Facebook or Twitter and earn yourself a sweet shout out on the show.
Review us on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts so even more nerds can find us. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, we aren't picky.
Check out our entire back catalog and other offerings at aplayonnerds.com.
And how?